1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. From politics to entertainment, from social issues to lifestyles, from newsmakers to pop culture. If it's Jersey, it's on Jersey Central with Bert Barron, 732-545-9282. Or toll free at 888-545-9282.
737 back on Jersey Central on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Got your chance to win a pair of tickets to Pole Position Raceway. That will happen coming up sometime in the next half hour. Also, Gianna Salvato was here. She's going to be performing live in the studio in the 8 o'clock hour. Very talented, just a terrific New Jersey singer-songwriter, and she'll be here coming up. Let's get to the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline, shall we? And welcome back in Mr. Barry Blank, president of National Estate Jewelers in East Brunswick, for his weekly feature that we call What's It Worth. Barry, welcome back to WCTC. How you doing today?
I'm wonderful. Couldn't be better.
Good to hear. Good to hear. You know, this is the time of year where you put coal in people's stockings, but I like to get diamonds in my stocking instead. We're going to talk about diamonds today. Different kinds of diamonds, Barry. When I think diamonds, I think it's an all-encompassing word, but are there different kinds of diamonds?
Well, there are many kinds of diamonds. They're all made out of carbon, which is the same thing that coal is made out of. But I guess there's a little bit difference in coal. And the big question is, why is diamond worth something coal is worth a lot less? And the answer is rarity, demand, and quality. And those three things are what give diamonds a value. If you would find diamonds all over in your backyard, they would not have much value. So they might be beautiful, like a piece of quartz, or whatever. But diamonds have different types of value depending on the size of the stone, how clear it is at 10-pound magnification, and the color of the stone, in addition to the shape of the diamond.
So what if they're made from carbon? If coal and diamonds are both made from carbon, what's the difference? Has one just been in the ground longer, or different processes?
Well, diamonds actually, the diamond that you see on somebody's hand comes from a mineral that was mined and it was formed millions of years ago under intense pressure and heat. And when this was actually a liquid material, and as the volcanic regions cooled, the diamonds formed, and they formed in crystal structures. I don't know if you remember being a kid and making rock candy on a string. This is the same procedure. It's a super concentrated liquid of carbon crystals, and believe it or not, these are carbon, even though they're clear.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where diamonds come from. I mean, if you take sugar and you super saturate it, which means putting much more than the water will take into a thing of hot water, and then dangle a stick into it, as it cools down, the sugar sticks to the string. In the case of diamonds, they form into perfect crystals. And if you think about a pyramid on top of a pyramid, back to back, that's what a really beautiful diamond crystal looks like.
Very cool. Now, the different shapes of diamonds, Barry, does that affect the value, whether it's a triangle, a pyramid, a round diamond? Does that affect the value?
Sure, 100%. Round diamonds are the most common in the industry, and they're the ones that the basic standard value is put upon. When you ask about what is a 1-carat diamond worth, in quotes, you're talking about a 1-carat round, because that's the industry standard. And in 1979, what we call a perfect diamond, or a D-color, internally flawless diamond, was valued at, if you're sitting down, $80,000.
Whoa.
It's not quite that high anymore. It's more like $15,000 to $20,000. But most people don't walk around with D-flawless diamonds on their fingers, and there's no reason to, because those are investment quality diamonds.
Sure. Now, if someone brings a diamond to your store there, Barry, on East Brunswick on Route 18, I guess you put the old eye loop on, and the first thing you do, what are the first things you look at when you're doing an appraisal of a diamond?
Well, the first thing you do is look at the appearance of the diamond, and that might seem strange. You want to see how it looks to the eye. If you don't see any inclusions, any black inclusions, any what we call feathers, people call them cracks, but diamonds rarely have cracks in them unless they were put into a garbage disposer, and then they shatter. But you look at the appearance of the diamond, and then using 10 power magnification, which means you're multiplying your eye by 10 times with a magnification tool, whether a microscope or a loupe. You see how easy it is to see an imperfection or an inclusion in the diamond, and the more difficult it is to see, the higher the clarity or the quality of the stone. The second thing you do is look for the color. And the nearer it is to D or colorless, because there are no A, B's, and C's, it's D to Z, the higher it is to D or near colorless, the more valuable that is. And then we look at the way the diamond is cut and how the facets are put on and the proportions of the diamond in relation to its diameter.
Okay. We're chatting with Barry Blank. It
Yeah.
is What's It Worth here on WCTC. We talk to Barry every Tuesday morning. He, of course, the president of National Estate Jewelers on Route 18 in East Brunswick. And 'tis the time of year, Barry. There's going to be people popping the big question a lot this week about, will you marry me in the next year or whatever? Do you have engagement rings, wedding bands? Is National Estate Jewelers a good resource for things like that?
Well, we just reopened our showroom after a very long renovation, and it's really a family operation. We are not a big chain store. Nothing against the big chain stores, but you get really personalized service in our store. And we are looking to make clients happy. We're not looking to make a huge markup. We really want people to be happy. We either have something beautiful in the store or we can acquire it. And we have both modern mountings and antique mountings, and modern bands and antique bands. So there's no limit to what you can get at a great value.
Yes, and another great thing about National Estate Jewelers is oftentimes it's one of a kind things. It's very, very difficult to find, and you just might find it at National Estate Jewelers. So it's worth going there and just checking it out, right?
Right, I agree. I mean, I love walking into my store and saying, "Gee, I don't even remember seeing that. When did we get
Right,
that?"
right. Even you get surprised with some things that you have there, right?
Yeah,
Very,
sure, all
very,
the time,
very cool.
all
And
the time.
of course, today the free verbal evaluations are happening every Tuesday at National Estate Jewelers. So if you have some gold, diamond, watches, coins, and you want somebody to take a look at them, you can bring them on over to National Estate Jewelers, and you'll get free evaluations, which happen every Tuesday to celebrate Barry's appearance here. And also, the free grab bags are going right on through Christmas. How does that work with the free grab bags, Barry?
Just walk in and say, "Hey, I heard your ad on WCTC, and can I get a free grab bag?" And the answer is sure. No purchase necessary. It might contain a small bag of colored stones. It might contain a piece of costume jewelry, but mainly it's good wishes from us.
That's the easiest thing ever. You walk in, you say, "Give me the bag," right?
That's it.
That's as easy as it is, right? Very good. Hours this week, Barry? You doing any special hours with the holiday, or what are the hours
Well,
this week?
it's kind of we're open 10 to 6
Okay,
today, tomorrow, and Thursday. I don't know how late we'll be open. If we got people who want to come in, just call us and say, "I'm on my way."
that's it.
Wait for me.
Somebody who's really pushing the deadline there, then, right?
I delivered an engagement ring last night at about 9:30.
Did you
So
really? Wow,
yeah, and I got a big hug from this guy. You should have seen his face.
wow, very good. Well, Barry Blank, always a pleasure to speak with you, sir. Have a great Christmas this week, and we'll talk again next Tuesday. Okay?
You bet.
All right, thank you. All right, Barry Blank, my guest on